What is up, everyone? We're gonna play some Mass Effect. It's been 2 weeks because I had to go on a trip thing for work, and then I got a cold, and last weekend was miserable for that. But here we are now, back with Mass Effect. We are on Pharos, I think it is. The Rachni are here. They are fighting us. We're like trying to repair the station. I don't really remember where I had been.
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
Too many dark secrets. Were we going to get on the train or do we get off the train? I don't remember. Okay, I actually think we're supposed to go this way. I'm gonna try to go this way first. We'll find out. If not, it'll be fun. Boy. That was messed up. So yeah, today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. My mom didn't really want to do anything, so that's why I'm playing Mass Effect instead. Whoa.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work at train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Oh god, there's so much.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
The hot
She
labs?
hasn't come back here. She came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Garrus is yelling go, go, go quite a bit. I overheated. I was not prepared for this.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Have fun, homeboy. Oh, what do we get? Nothing. Garrus is poison. Where? Huh?
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in with
Dang,
my
sick
security.
scientist. Raid all of their lockers. They don't need it right now. Oh my god. We're already at the limit of what we can hold? And it goes back up to the top of the screen. I see how it is. See, like, these suck. Storm 3. Like, I don't need any. Holy crap. This is definitely my least favorite part of Mass Effect 1, is the inventory management. Especially because the loot is randomly generated, so it's just makes it obnoxious. You pick up a shitload of stuff at once. That's just better in every way. Alright, sick. It's terrible. Okay, and then we have upgrades, but they probably all can be gotten rid of. Holy God. Okay. I guess I can get rid of all the 3s and below. Oh, fuck me. Goofed it up. See, I don't... Why can't you just get out of it? I feel like it didn't used to be like that in the... I mean, I guess. That's terrible for that gun, because it just means my heat's gonna go up super quick, but... I'm so confused. There's no way I didn't get rid of that many items. But... I guess.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
A lot better. It's also stupidly expensive. Cool thing, bruh. I feel bad that I have to keep, like, opening the map, but I... Because there are no rooms on the radar, it's really...
Hang on. What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species.
Jeez.
Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters.
What's up?
Once you're in there,
There you
look
go.
for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Okay, I doubt we can actually do it. Why the fuck is Garrus still poisoned?
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
That seems crazy. Where was Captain Ventralis? Up here. I don't remember if that was him or not. Was.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We
We're not
got
part
it.
of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. Alright, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I'm going
I've got
to
work
the
to do.
quarantine
You and me
zone.
both.
Not that one. I wonder if I accidentally gave Garrus some item that makes him contaminated. Oops, I went the wrong way. But yeah, initially I was playing a lot of Mass Effect for streaming, but then I don't know. Now that I missed these 2 weeks, I feel like I'm never gonna finish it. There's a lot left to this game. Wait, he's in... I thought that... I'm so confused.
You came to find
They said that he was
about
out and
them,
safe.
didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab.
Hot lab, baby.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
It is not. We've seen them.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
Yeah, God.
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
Okay, so they might say here, but just for context, in case anyone has never played or read the Codex in Mass Effect, the Rachni are a race of essentially like weird praying mantis bug things that were overrunning the universe. The Krogan battled with them quite a bit, and they were thought to be like extinct, but obviously they're not because we've been fighting them. Excuse me.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
And like they have like a weird brood mother who can like psychically talk.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors.
Dang.
She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart.
I'm always
like a
winning.
melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution?
I think it's so weird because they're like, how can we beat them? Well, you've been killing them by shooting them for the past,
Matron
like,
Venezia survived
I
in
don't
the hot
know,
labs.
since you got to the station. So
It's
keep
possible.
shooting them. That's how you win.
The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
I mean, we brought Liara, but that is still like, yeah, shoot him with a gun. That will do it. Is this the room? Yeah. Quarantine me,
You're
Captain.
not part of the crew.
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
I can't think of who that famous voice actor is, but, how do we get Garrus a Batman mask like that? He's ready to make the cure and fight a fuckload of Rachni. Guess I should make a new save. case I get trapped in this room. We've isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is this minigame? Why are all 4 buttons there if I only have to use 1 button?
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Damn this bitch.
Ambush.
I am like... Great, activate stuck on the screen now, hopefully forever. I am like 10-ish hours into this now. But I've also been doing every side quest. Shepard is activated.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Finally, some action!
Garrus is hype. Oh, she brought the Geth with her. That's cool. She did, though. Oh, fuck. I gotta use a different thing. My weapon overheats too quick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got her. I almost don't even want to open the crate.
All clear.
There's no fucking way. Is that gonna be there for all of time now? Come on, man. That's insane. Goes away for some of the stuff. I'm trying to activate everything. Alright, hang on a sec. This is gonna piss me off. Let me... create a new save. Okay. Thank God. Why is Garrus permanently poisoned? Is this a bug?
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
I'll be leaving now.
Okay, great. Yeah, we're well aware. Benezia's with the guest. She works for Saren.
Okay, this one will get.
That is not important information.
How can you tell jokes? So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
The PC version of Mass Effect 1 here is mad wonky. Can't even get back up there? Because the guard died?
You sure? I'm positive.
Okay. I guess we'll go back up and tell the doctor we made the cure. I don't know that I did that on my initial playthrough. I do not remember fighting her and Geth in that room. Yeah, I've been playing Mass Effect 3 through with my friend Matt, and boy, The difference between this first game and that third game is insane. Boy, did they get a budget increase. Less RPG, though, for sure.
Is that the cure? You did it?
Sorry,
That
attacked
sorry
me.
scientist, the one in the mess hall? She just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. Well, I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams.
Classic.
Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
I mean...
Could you spare a few medical
I'll
packs?
take Metagel?
They're
I
worth
don't
their
even
weight in
need
gold
Metagel.
up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventrolis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
So now we can get into maintenance. Which is... down here in the quarantine lab, I feel so lost. You don't realize how much you appreciate a mini-map that shows the shapes of rooms until you don't have one. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, well that broke. This has not been going well today. It broke very few times before today.
They came out of...
Yeah, I know.
Venezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance?
A team lead would have... Yeah.
It'll be random.
What?
I
I'll
did
be
not want to
leaving
talk
now.
to you.
Yeah.
God. Right, guess save before getting into the elevator next time. I don't know how much of it is the PC port of an Xbox 360 game being kind of fucked up and how much of it is the mods I have running at the same time that are breaking it, but I mean, I guess I don't really know how textures would break the elevator. Who am I to judge these things?
Is that the cure?
I think so.
And there are more labs in the back. The guards would... I can't thank you enough.
Could you...
This system is online.
Oh, didn't mean to talk to
We don't
you.
need anything.
Okay,
Very
let's
well,
peace out.
Commander. Logging you out.
I'm gonna save right here. The 104th. Worked that time. Fucked, Rachni. Oh shit. This is the boss. Okay. This is the boss. Okay. When I did this the first time, I was severely underleveled, and this was like super fucking hard. I don't know that this time will be much easier. Because what the fuck? Why is Garrus poisoned? Okay. Should I just wait for the cooldown on this? Will the cooldown go during the cinematic? That's the real question. Will the metagel cool down? Don't know. Did we level at all? Should I level? Squad. I did level. One. Okay. Whoop. Better singularity and better with the snips. Do I have any heavy human armor? I do. Holy fuck. She's a biotic, though. Then I'm gonna fight. Guess I should just take this anyways, because damage protection. Good. Save again, because I leveled. Let's rock.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
That sure was a scene. Alright, the Asari commandos are going to be a big problemo. My cat's trying to get on my lap. Alright, get down here. Fuck her up. Oh god, she knocked me down. Fucking somebody. Is she trapped in the wall? Was that a bug? Is she dead? Oh my god. Did a bug kill the Asari commando? That would be sick. This is a lot easier than the last time I did it. Shields are down.
Take out those hot.
Alright, this is bad, 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 bad. I can't leave this area because of this fucking thing. Okay. Liara's dead. Oh, there's an enemy right here. It's a Geth. Good job, Garrus. Shit! Garrus, fuck her up! My gun is dumb.
We're in the middle of a fight.
We are in the middle of a fight. That is true. Oh, don't do that. I don't have shields. Wait.
Not now, Shepard.
Fuck. I don't know what else there is unless we just shoot Benezia. Where's there a sniper?
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Yes.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... Oh, you should...
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
Alright, my brother is making his dumbass dogs howl. I do not remember having to fight her again at this part. Boy, toxic ammo really shreds. She sucks. Fucked. Oh, there's a commando right there.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I'm not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Dang.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful.
So one thing that
The children we birthed were stolen from us. before they could learn to sing. They are lost to
It's been really
silence.
weird, is it sounds like Shepard's voice
their
actors
suffering,
recorded in like an
they
actual
cannot be
studio, and then
saved.
other people
They
didn't
will
always.
only cause harm as they are.
Because like her voice is always so much louder. Like, why is this weird person not as loud?
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Garrus and Liara basically think we should save her. The last time I brought Rex, and he was like, yo, fuck no, we're killing her.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Oh, I didn't hear the creepy whispers in the
Are you
background
a survivor
before.
from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams.
That makes it way more
A
creepy.
tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
We'll free you.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness.
Her model is going crazy. That is intentional, I believe. Because it's like mind controlling her. Whoa. We touched that single panel to get all those sounds? Wait, where's the Asari? Oh, fuck. I fucked it up.
I've never seen so much ice and snow.
Kinda bizarre. Where's the actual way to get out of here? Why does it keep adding a flag every time? Oh yeah, you watched season 2 of FLCL. How did you feel about it? I feel kind of fucked up that I made Liara come and see her mom die. He didn't have to come. But I mean, maybe it's good for her. I don't know. The situation in the hot labs has not been resolved. How the fuck do I get to the hot labs? Oh, over here. Only the hottest labs. Elevator to the hot labs, okay. I feel like some heinous shit's gonna go down. I believe this is where I fight like 900 Rachni. So it was okay? Does that mean it sucked?
Are you here to secure the situation?
The fuck? Why would he be sitting here?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
A 1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They're thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Well, it didn't
Obviously,
work,
they were
homeboy.
wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
Well, no.
I am sorry.
We already
but
know.
this
What
will
the
not
hell's
work.
happening? She already
These
told us to kill
Rachni are
them.
beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must
That
be
seems
set
so
off.
weird that this would be the conversation they're having, because I don't think there's any way for me to have gotten to the hot labs before talking to the queen.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here.
I wait here.
I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
Save so you don't have to listen to him talk again if we die. Open the mirror terminal.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Neutron purge.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500 meters.
We would be wise to avoid touching any controls without reading the instructions.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble something?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
We're moving on.
Alright, what the fuck are you talking about? He
Logging
just
you
told
out,
us to do it. Oh, I said hang on, though.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct.
Oh. Uh-oh. It's gonna be tougher to know the code now. We might have to mumble something. That took like all my health.
Perimeter secured.
Oh god. In the purge codes. Obtained him off his corpse. Alright, I guess I'll heal up. Come on. Health regen.
Online. How can I help you?
Start the purge.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I have the code.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
God. Oh, can we really not shoot him through this room? Ah! Liara, move, you idiot! Why is she always... Oh, I'm gonna die. Fuck. Okay. Well... this is gonna be tough. Sword attack? What the fuck are you talking about? That's Mass Effect 3 only. What the fuck happened?
How do we set...
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Guess I should have saved again. Only guns. None of the other ones have swords either. That's just if you melee with the Omni tool. I mean, it has melee, but it sucks. I mean, 2's melee sucked too.
That's the last of them.
You would just kind of punch him. It's always only guns. And biotics, but I do not use biotics.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at...
Yeah.
Online. How... I'm sorry, but I can't do that without...
Oh, I didn't pick up the code off his body. Holy sweet fuck.
Logging you out, Commander.
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
Online. How can I...
Activate the neutron.
I'm sorry, but I can't...
This is gonna be rough. I can't get over how vastly improved 3 is. Oh shit. guys fucking kidding me? You can't shoot that, Garrus. Yeah. Do we just run? I disagree with the amount of enemies it said were in that room.
Area secured.
When you played 2 and 3, Scott, what class did you play? Vanguard? You seem like you would be the guns and magic boy. I think Nukio usually always went Sentinel, which I believe is the, like, really low health, all magic-y person, so that their gun damage sucks butt. I'm lame, and I always go Soldier, just because... What the fuck was it? I don't know. Being able to do absurd amounts of damage with the guns was always the thing for me, because then...
What's our next move, Commander? Head...
That was fucked up. Because then you can just tell your subordinates to use combo attacks, but in this one it doesn't work right, because for some reason, well, especially right now, because instead of using Singularity, which would be Liara's best move to use, she just, like, does some random shit at the beginning of every battle.
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
God, Ashley's such a bitch. I had enough of her.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Noveria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Now let's tell the Council to shut
Patch
the
him
fuck
through,
up.
Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
This report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Noveria?
And then release the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
I'm trying to think, the only class in Mass Effect that I think I've never seen someone play is the Engineer. Where you get the, like... and have the, like, weird turret and, that seems like it would be kind of helpful, but also, other than that, its abilities mainly deal with being good against robots. I mean, I guess there are a lot of robot enemies in all of them, but... I'm so used to playing the other games that assume that someone will be in there.
Yes, Commander?
Oh,
Is
didn't
that
mean to
something?
talk to you.
Goodbye,
That was
Commander.
from across the planet.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time, and Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness
the future
of your
adds
species.
50 years to our
After
life.
spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to
That's kind of
offer.
strange to me.
I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
That seems to happen a lot in the first one, where they talk about how the humans have a short lifespan and it makes them like want to advance things faster. But the Solarians, which already exist in this game, they live for like 40 years total. So why wouldn't they be like that as well?
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Yara's into us.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
Alright, hold up. Hold the phone. What's happening right here? What are these options? I can say, you're female with an exclamation point. Caden's special, which, you know, don't want to be with Caden either. I think we're shooting for Garrus here, but all of these options are terrible. They're all so bad. Am I supposed to say it's not serious? Is that gonna mean she thinks that we're into her? I don't want to be mean to Liara. I think she's cool, but we as a Commander Shepard are not into her in that way in this playthrough. Because they've seen the Liara romance. I've never been a lady before though, so we gotta see what's up with Garrus.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
What the fuck? Why is it in every game that turning down people in romance options is so savage? You were wrong. I just want to be friends, Liara. We just gotta be
I'm not
homies.
interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Now I feel bad. We're mean to Liara. Certainly nothing special here with Caden.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
this a personal observation, Caden?
Maybe that's not my place. I don't want to send any bad signals, Commander. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
We haven't had much off-duty time to talk. You have an issue with how things are going?
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
What have I
Talk
let
to me,
slide,
Caden.
dog?
You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
That's my exact question. Why not the
Asari
Asari?
would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static too, I guess. If I'm out of line, just say the word.
What the fuck? Now we got Caden coming on to us and we can only say two things. I'm interested, but not now? What the fuck does that even mean? I'm not interested at all.
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
Alright. To make this less awkward, we're never going to talk to Caden and Liara ever again. It's the only true option. Garrus, on the other hand? Let's do it. Oh shit, was Tali up there? She upstairs? Or this is where the engine is now? This is where the...
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping
Oh,
much better.
her eyes, I
I
forgot.
guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So that... what?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
You would think that the Quarians
See you
would
later.
definitely care, especially about Saren, because... well, we know that the Reaper threat is real. They do not, because everyone wants to pretend like it doesn't exist. If the Reapers came back and destroyed everything, then...
Commander, good to see you.
Their fucking homeworld wouldn't
You've been
matter.
with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
So, people may know about Mass Effect 2 is that one of the main things is that you do loyalty missions for each character. This game doesn't really have that, as far as I could tell, but some of them do. Like, Rex and Garrus have missions similar to that. Like the one I just got from Garrus, and there's one that I will get from Rex probably sometime soon that is similar to that, but I was never able to get them for any other character. Talk to Ashley first, because she sucks and Rex is cool.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Jesus.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike.
Damn, Mike.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
I'm not asking what vid mails are, they're just video messages.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Damn.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword.
My first college roommate did Aikido.
Big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
He would always do this thing where because Aikido is like defensive, so it's all from like someone grabbing you, so he would always be like, grab my wrist, grab my wrist. Really weird.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
CQC Snake.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Damn!
Unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
Debatable.
I
You do it on a
cannot
ship.
rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that
Fucking
love me
poetry.
and
Get out of here with this trash.
for always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Don't worry though, Ashley's got cool sisters, she had a military family, she likes poetry, and she's also a huge space racist. Ugh. It annoys me, they like try to humanize her in a way that just like makes me upset, because it doesn't erase the fact that she just totally sucks shit. Also, the way to humanize someone, to me personally, is not to be like, yeah man, poetry. I fucking hated poetry. As someone who went to college for writing, poetry is like my least favorite thing ever. Anytime someone would be like, analyze this poem, I would want to die actively.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh,
Dad
fuck.
passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's...
And she's really religious? Boy.
That I believe in
Ashley.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
But did Space God tell you to hate alien races? Probably not. Probably not.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
See? You talk to Ashley, she sucks. You talk to Rex, and he's got bangers like this.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Damn.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough.
Rex is such a baller.
I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk.
I don't know that that's what you should call a meeting on neutral ground.
Near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there
Damn,
are some...
M. Night Shyamalan plot twist.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left.
Oh boy.
And that's why I'll never go back.
What's up, Adam Muxie?
Are your people really dying?
Oh, wait,
Sure
no.
not. We're too spread out.
I already
So
did.
long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, so Rex just told us a story about how he thought his dad sucked and then he killed him. And this is why he is a dope-ass character. To be fair to him, his dad tried to kill him first. To be fair.